I know Honkai Star Rail is underneath a lot of heat right now. I'll be real, man. I just want them to take Caster as his global passive out of the game. And if they do that, I have hope. But until then, I really don't. And it's very heartbreaking because it used to be one of my favorite mobile games. At a point, it was my favorite mobile game. Let's see what this guy has to say about the Genshification of Honkai Star Rail.
In the next few minutes, you'll
I find it very apropos that this guy's playing Wuthering Waves right now.
hear me complaining about what used to be my favorite gacha game, Honkai Star Rail,
I feel like a lot of people can resonate with that.
aka Power Creep Paradise, or not so much, because if you think like that, you are just greedy and stupid.
Who is this? Okay, alright, yep, absolutely, man. Dude, Mr. Bogey's gonna be shit on forever for saying that. That was one of the most corporate forward takes ever, and I cannot believe that came out of his mouth.
Jokes aside, what went wrong with this game? How did it end up in the situation where 3.0, mind you, it's a X.0 update, the big ones, ended up being a complete mess, with people calling it the most boring and exhausting patch. I played this game from day one, and I played it daily.
Yep.
Up until 2.6, where I just gave up.
This guy is quite literally just saying exactly what we're all thinking.
Could not care anymore. I reached the point of frustration in which, I just wanted to delete it and forget it exists. And so I did. But let's start from the beginning. 1.0 up until 1.6 were good. Belobog was amazing. Angel of Fu, not that amazing, but it still was good. But we all knew that 2.0 is coming. They hyped us for like 2 patches in advance, and the hype only grew. To put it in perspective how excited I was for 2.0, I took 2 days off just to be there and play it frame freaking 1. Man, Penacony was real.
It feels so good when an update is going to be so sick that people take the day off. The last time I did that, where I canceled something to play a video game, was probably Wrath of Lich King World of Warcraft or Gears of War 2. Man, that shit was so peak.
The hype was real, and it did not disappoint.
Yeah.
Running around
2.1's been amazing too. I already pretty much beat all of them.
Enjoyable. The golden hour map was
I'll be real, man. If in 2.2 we don't get more fishing, I'm going to be so disappointed.
stunning, and all the maps with mobs on them had that unsettling feeling that something weird is happening. But we do not know. We will eventually find out in future patches. In 2.1 Akron came out, and oh boy, I went all in for her. E2S1.
I know people said that Akron was the start of the beginning of the end, but I still really think it was Silverwolf, man. Because Akron, yeah, sure, she does a lot of damage, but she had like dot synergy, you know what I mean? You know? Like, I feel like Caster's is going to be way worse than Akron ever was. Yeah, like, or I think Firefly was honestly worse than Akron. Silverwolf and Firefly both, I do believe, are worse than Akron. I mean, I get that, like, Akron can just, wait, V, you say biased? Oh, dot bias? Well, the thing is that I'm pro dot, but I was saying how dot is bad. So that wouldn't really play to my biases because my biases is pro dot. So you kind of misused that there, but that's okay. You tried your best.
I never spend that much money in any game, let alone a gacha game, because I believe I'm playing the right game, the game that treats me well. Fast forward a few updates later, the end of Penacony was just...
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Dude, and it started so fucking strong. It started so strong. I remember every single time Acheron would type in red text, I'm like, oh, dude, what does that mean? Oh, nothing came from it. Oh, dude, Adventury's walking to his own death. Oh, wait, no, he just lives. Oh, but everybody's gonna die. Oh, wait, nobody dies. It's just people just never existed. Oh, but Xiao Ji. Oh, wait, Xiao Ji sucks balls. Oh, why am I playing this?
Why are we even on this planet? What's the point of it?
Yep.
But beside that, Penacony started a trend that continues to this day. And that is something that we call power creep.
Yeah. Nah, I still think it's Silverwolf.
Remember your 1.x units that you pulled for? Well, most of them are irrelevant, especially the damage dealers. But I will say Ruan Mei is still strong to this day. But let's talk about 2.7, because you see...
I think Ruan Mei's fine. I think that might be a hot take amongst the Honkai Star Rail community. Because Ruan Mei is universal with every character, and all she does is provide a good buff and a unique interaction for gameplay. Whereas people say, well, Silverwolf didn't ruin anything. No, but it's the idea that Silverwolf represented, which was to ignore the elemental system. And the idea that was introduced was what destroyed the game. with like Firefly's pyro implant. Like that's just not a good mechanic. Like we should have to fight around what is the proper elements to use this week. We should. That'll help you want to have more of a roster depth and make the enemies feel more interactable in more unique ways and provide more unique battles. But now that uniqueness is gone. It's the same thing with Castorus's passive, right? Like it's not that OP, but it's what it represents to where just having this character makes every other character stronger. And sure, the revive isn't that big of a deal. But if more characters get that universal passive, oh man, we're cooked. Now, characters that you want to skip are a must pull because if you don't, all the characters that you do like will be weaker versions of themselves. And guys, I shit you not. If you really don't think that the revive's a big deal, we'll just wait until they have extra crit damage, extra skill ups whenever you have this character on your account, extra fucking max HP and speed. It's not going to be good, man. It's not going to be good.
I came back just a week before Amphorius. It was the most tiresome and confusing quest I have done. And tiresome is the keyword because, oh boy, I did not know what's waiting for me in the next patch. It's like if you thought the entire Penacony story was pointless, 2.7 just confirms it.
Yeah.
So, as I said, after 2.0 with...
I think Rappa's story was the first story in Honkai Star Rail that I was just like, all right, I'm just like not doing this. And I watched the cutscenes and I was so glad I didn't do it. But now the problem is that now that's what I want to do for everything because it just doesn't feel worthwhile to do.
Every patch, the quality of the game story went down and the power creep became more and more of a problem.
Yep.
To the point, I don't even care about it anymore. But man, 3.0. 3.0, brother. I don't have words to describe how disappointing it was. Why 10 hours of story if the story is shit? My spacebar key still has PTSD from all that spam. Brother, I was out of dialogue and still spamming space running around like an idiot. I'm literally afraid of talking to any NPC in Amphorius because goddamn all of them starts to bombard me with a wall of text that I don't want to read. All that aside, why is the story this bad? Why are the maps so big and yet they feel so empty?
Yep.
It would have been perfect to compress all that in 5 to 6 hour story and put some quality cinematics cause I'm tired of looking at the wall or at the black screen with white text on it.
Oh no, dude. Yeah. Oh no. Man. Amazing. Actually, pure cinema, dude.
I would
So
say,
good.
after playing Wuthering Waves 2.0, Honkai Star Rail feels like a cash grab game that you see ads on Facebook. How can a company that doesn't even have half of your financial resources do a much better job than you? Beside the money, Hoyo has the experience in the field. But still, it did not matter. Rinasita update.
All things considered, like, Castorus's dragon animation does look fucking amazing. It really, really, really does. But the other thing that we have to consider is that making a good-looking animation for a static game is much easier than making for one that's free-flowing, right? Like, Castorus can just do that, and it's the same thing every time. Just input NPC into slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show this dragon right here because it's static. You're not moving. It's a turn-based RPG. So we should expect more animations of that quality because it's a much easier to make for Honkai Star Rail because it doesn't require or it doesn't have to mesh into the cohesiveness and the fluidity of the combat because it can take the time to say, it's your turn. I'm going to play this fucking 3-minute cutscene now.
Raise the bar so high, I fear no gacha will ever come close to that kind of quality. And that's a bit scary because now I want that type of quality in every gacha I play or will play. I feel like Honkai Star Rail is one bad patch away for me to just quit it for good. Also, what was that
I think a lot of people are there right now, unfortunately.
3.1 livestream? Thanks God I watched that while I was being at work, cause otherwise I would have fallen asleep on the goddamn keyboard. What a boring and anticlimactic livestream. You know it's bad when the most hyped thing about it, it's a child because of how broken and how a must-pull she is. Because of course she is. And before you say...
Okay, I'm gonna be real. You should never use that React image.
How a must-pull...
You should never use that React image when talking about a child ever again, because that image is used for you know, it's used for something else. So maybe we be a little bit careful with that one, man, because yeah, you might have misfired a little bit there, buddy boy.
She is. Because of course she is. And before you say, oh, but you don't need her, you don't have to pull for her. Yes, you do, otherwise you'll be called names for not getting her when you had the chance. I've seen a lot of content creators and the regular players complaining about how garbage the new MOC is, and how the HP inflation makes the mobs unkillable, unless, of course, you have the newer characters. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't care, man. I'm not gonna bother to do the new MOC, and that's the worst feeling. I usually tend to fight for the games I care, but I'm at the point where I just can't be bothered anymore.
Yeah.
They say they will improve the main quest, which from what they shown it barely looks like an improvement. Yeah, they remove some puzzles and
The other problem is that Honkai Star Rail, the way they improve their game, isn't by tweaking their systems. It's by flat out removal. And I think that also really blows how we might be getting into that cycle where Honkai Star Rail fixes the game by removing the game, which is just like, ugh, God, it's so disheartening.
they allow us to skip some parts of the yapping, but it's the classic Hoyo style. No skip button for the entire thing, just for some parts of it. But hey, the devs listen, right? They admitted that they've done a poor job, but why did we got to this point? Well,
Why not cat in that jug?
as some wise or not so much guys said, I think the devs are greedy and lazy. I don't know, guys. I feel like we are witnessing the Genshification of HSR, and well, I fear we did not reach the bottom yet. But yeah, I would like to know your guys' opinion on this matter, and how's your gaming experience in HSR? Did it improve over the past updates or not? Cause for me, the quality and gaming experience surely went down. Also, guys, English is not my first language, as you can probably tell.
No, I had no idea, man. You did great.
Listening now back to it, it does sound a bit cringe, but well, you'll have to deal with it. Alright, see you and thanks for watching.
Hey, I'll be real, Eno, you got a fan out of me, man. Great fucking video. Actually hilarious. Good points. You got nothing to be worried about, bro. You killed it. Absolute great fucking video. I'm gonna go like, comment, and subscribe right now. Very, very, very on point. And it does suck how it does feel like HSR is becoming the new Genshin. And I really hope that I'm wrong. I do not want to be right about this. I really don't.